Yo guys, what is good and welcome back on the channel. Now about 1 week ago I got my hands on the Behringer Poly D, which is a synthesizer clone of the Moog Mini Moog that's been out there since the 70s. Just with the difference that it has a few more features like polyphonic mode and some effects, but it also saved me about 5,000 euros compared to buying the original synthesizer. Now in today's video I'm going to use the synth in a beat for the first time ever. I've played around with it for a little bit, but I never really made a beat with it, so today's the day. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so this is what a synth looks like if we are close to it, and while this looks like it's super complex, there's a lot of buttons, it's actually one of the simplest synths that can teach you, how to use a synthesizer. If you're interested into learning how to use this further, or if you want to see a review, definitely drop me a comment down below. But for now, let's actually use it. And I'm just going to play a C, and I open up the tuner inside Ableton. And from there I'm just going to correct the tune. I'm gonna do that for every single oscillator. And if I now switch over to the polyphonic mode, over here, we can actually play chords with this. So I'm gonna figure out a chord progression, like a pretty simple one, just to layer stuff on top of it. Now this is what we're working with. I really just, added this small EQ right here, and I also added some reverb from the reverb intensity plugin from Arturia, which, to be honest, I really like this plugin. It's giving like a super nice, not over-exaggerated sound to, synths and pads and all that stuff. So I really like it. And now I actually want to get back to the synth and make a bass sound that fits this. Alright, now for a bass sound, I definitely want to switch this back to mono, just so all the 4 voices are just, one note. And I also want to pitch down these oscillators, maybe even down to like 32. And that is already sounding pretty sick, but I think we can pump it up a little bit more even. Add some distortion like this. Also, we can switch on the glide down here, and maybe we can switch up the oscillators a little bit. So we want to have these two, playing the sawtooth as just before. And we also want to mix in like a different waveform. Alright, now how does this sound with the audio? Man, we're cooking. Let's record it in. Alright, that was sounding super dope. So, this is the audio clip we have. I don't even think this needs any edits. I just, I just fill it a little bit, but besides that, it sounds super hard. Don't even need any external effects. Now, something I hear on this is either like a hard, lead sound, or like an ARP kind of thing. So let's try to make that. Now, while this thing hasn't built an arpeggiator, I fear that we're not gonna be able to use it properly, because we have to set the tempo manually up here. So maybe we just stick to making a lead sound. So I'm gonna transpose all the oscillators up. Let's actually already put some reverb on this in the door, so we just get a better perspective of how this is gonna turn out in the end. So that's definitely the advantage of using an audio interface with super low latency, because we just put on live effects on this analog synth. Alright, so I think we're just gonna stick to using the sound as an accent and just add some delay with ping pong enabled. Alright, now in my opinion this is a pretty amazing basis to work off of. Sounds really like, Mike Dean, that kind of vibe, like Travis Scott type shit. we're just gonna figure out a way to turn this into an actual beat, and I'll just have this epic, you know, outro kind of vibe, but actually make a beat out of this. And for this part, I also want to clean up this pad, because I feel like it's getting pretty, you know, like taking up a lot of space inside the mids of our, you know, whole beat for sample. Like these low mids. And also put just some little bit of delay. And now I'd say it's time to add in like trap drums, you know? Put in a hi-hat. Now this beat is coming together pretty nice. The 808 is sounding sick. I just want to add like a second one with a little bit more oomph that just, you know, hits a little bit harder. Sheesh. Now so far the beat is sounding super dope, super clean. The only thing that we're missing is like a lot of variation, and especially because we don't have a lot of, you know, different melody instruments or melody layers to choose from. Something we can do is actually, I used to do this really often with my beats, is just chop up the melody. So, you know, this is what the melody sounds like before. And now we just, you know, literally chop out every other part of the melody. And it gives it this like, I don't know, wally chopped effect. This is gonna make the beat hit like 100 times harder than before. Alright, I think we're pretty much done for this beat. We're just gonna copy over the hook, like again, after this chopped up part. And then also put in like an outro with the bass and everything. And then we're done, I think. Now obviously using an analog synth always has downside and quirks compared to just using a software synth or other sounds in general. But I gotta say, I never really believed that, you know, analog stuff sounded better or sounded really different to the virtual emulations that you have in, let's say, Analog Lab. But it actually sounds better. I think just because of the way you can interact with the actual thing, you can twist the buttons and you exactly hear what they do, and it's just, you know, there for you to touch everything. It really makes for a really different feel, and even compared to like digital synths, it's still different because one button really only has one function, you know, that one button is just hardwired to that one thing, that oscillator, that filter, whatever it is. But while on digital synths you usually have like multiple functions on the same button, and it's just not like 100% the same thing, obviously. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely let me know if you want to see more content with the Behringer Poly D. It's a super dope synth. I would love to make a tutorial, a review, or just, you know, show you how I make more music with it, which I certainly will do on this channel. So if you're up to that, definitely leave a comment, let me know what you want to see, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you want to get notified when new videos drop. That being said, here's the final beat.